Welcome to the Security Challenges module. By the end of this module, you should be able to identify high-level security challenges in today's networks. Cybercrime is a common factor for any organization that is planning to implement and administer network services. Cybercrime is not new, but the stakes have never been higher. It doesn't take much research to understand that the cost of cybercrime is expensive. With the number of attacks increasing by 10% each year, and the cost of those attacks increasing substantially, network architects must not only take into account, but also prioritize security when planning, implementing, and operating the network. One of the reasons that cybercrime has become prevalent in recent years is because of the ever-expanding threat surface. There are more ways than ever before for users and clients to connect to the network. Statistics indicate that most users access network resources with multiple devices, such as laptops, tablets, phones, and so forth. Furthermore, organizations are implementing virtualized systems to provide services to clients and customers. As organizations host more services and become the Internet of Everything for their users, administrators must be aware and combat the potential for cybercrime to occur on the network. Addressing these challenges early on in the design phase is imperative to successful network architecture. Another challenge organizations face is working with networks that utilize technologies from multiple vendors. Juniper Networks emphasizes the importance of implementing standards-based solutions for improved interoperability with other vendors. But some vendors use proprietary protocols that are not always compatible with standards-based devices. Moreover, the fact that a network might include systems from a variety of devices means that the staff must be well trained in maintaining these systems. As the network architect, you must understand the security goals your customer wants to achieve, create a design that works well with the customer's existing infrastructure, and implement a design that meets the customer's goals without compromising performance and security requirements. Consider today's security market environment, as recent security statistics shown here indicate. The opportunity for cybercrime to gain financially is driving significant innovation on how these crimes are committed. Security has always been an important part of network infrastructure, but historically, security implementation has been perceived to negatively impact network performance and usability. In some organizations, complaints from users have been so loud that administrators have actually turned off important security features. The general feeling of many organizations is that security is a trade-off rather than an accompanying piece to network usability. Security solutions today are faster and more intelligent than ever before. The days of thinking of security as a trade-off are over. The risks are too great, and frankly, the claims of security implementation having a negative impact on the elements listed are unsubstantiated. Security is a requirement that can't be ignored. If designed and maintained correctly, security implementations does not negatively impact but complement your network. It only takes one security breach for an organization to realize that security enhancements are needed. Recent history shows that organizations do not take the steps necessary to strengthen their security posture until it's too late. Multiple recent, highly publicized security breaches have occurred in the last few years that confirm the need for better network security. The quote displayed says it all, sadly. You must consider the probability that any attack that could happen in your customer's network will happen. As your network footprint increases, the challenges of maintaining security also increase. There are more devices to manage, more policies, specialized for each situation. Maintaining enough trained staff members that understand the environment and the why of particular configurations can be a contributing challenge. How do you face all of those challenges when your rate of deployment continues to increase? On top of the growing threat climate, customer networks have become a blend of standalone or best-of-breed security products. This layered stack of specialized products might meet customer security goals, but can lead to a variety of issues, including operational complexity for administrators, isolated functions leading to gaps in defense, multiple vendors and interfaces leading to console fatigue, and separate uncorrelated threat intelligence or telemetry, leading to illicit behavior not being detected. The bottom line is that many vendors just don't work in harmony, failing to operate as a unified front against cyber criminals. Welcome to the Juniper Connected Security Components Part 1 module. By the end of this module, you should be able to describe the Juniper Connected Security Components. Minimizing the risk of a data breach requires more than just a firewall. You require a solution that can protect against a variety of attacks. In a complex environment that uses both on-premises and cloud, or public, private, or both-based services, the SRX series device offers solutions that can protect against a large variety of cyber attacks when working in conjunction with Juniper's advanced security capabilities. Juniper Network's viewpoint on security can be grouped into 3 different categories, namely: 1. Operational efficiency. The security solution must offer centralized management and control, scale for both the enterprise and service provider arenas, and must be open and programmable. 2. Security efficacy. The solution must support advanced security services, integrated threat intelligence, and fine-grained policy controls. 3. Business agility. The solution must easily scale up and out using a variety of deployment models. To offer a better network security, you must focus on the factors that optimize security in a network. Juniper has identified 5 focus points when implementing a secure network. They are: performance, that refers to how the network performs across a wide range of use cases in campus, enterprise branches, data center, and WAN environments. Efficacy, that refers to how the quality of threat protection is measured, including the ability to identify and mitigate the most pressing threats. Scalability, that refers to how the network scales as traffic increases without major upgrade costs. Automation, that refers to how programmable the security solution is. And centralized control, that refers to how the entire solution is controlled from a single location. The SRX fits as an integrated security device, meeting enterprise needs in one device. Built on standard Junos OS, the SRX device wraps many security roles into one physical appliance or virtual device. The SRX offers the standard network functions: carrier class routing, network address translation or NAT, stateful firewall, switching, automation, reporting, easy management, and analytics. In addition to these foundational services, advanced security services include time-sensitive threat protection, up-to-date security feeds, threat management, antivirus, content filtering, anti-spam, and next-generation firewall or NGFW features of user-based controls, application control, and as well as intrusion prevention system or IPS. The available centralized analytics and reporting functionality provides visibility into the security events for forensic purposes and to understand the threat environment. With today's modern distributed workforce, organizations need to keep remote users connected and productive while ensuring business continuity and security. Organizations need to provide endpoint protection as part of a comprehensive and connected security strategy. Juniper Secure Connect is a client-based secure sockets layer protocol or SSL VPN application that provides you to connect securely and access protected resources on your network. This application helps you to quickly achieve dynamic, flexible, and adaptable connectivity from devices anywhere across the globe. Juniper Secure Connect is a GUI-based, easy-to-use solution where you can establish a secure VPN tunnel. Juniper Secure Connect authenticates a user based on credentials, such as username and password. Once authenticated, Juniper Secure Connect application enables remote users to establish a secure VPN connection. Juniper Secure Connect auto-senses the connectivity path to provide you with optimal connectivity. All the required configurations are downloaded automatically over a secure and encrypted channel when you connect. The benefits of Juniper Secure Connect are: secure remote access from anywhere with VPN, simple user experience, easy management of remote clients, policies, and VPN events from a single console using JWeb. To complete the setup of Juniper Secure Connect application, your system administrator must first configure remote access on the SRX series device. After the remote access is configured, when you connect to the SRX series device using the Juniper Secure Connect application, all the required configurations are downloaded automatically. Refer Juniper Secure Connect Administrator Guide for more details. You need an active SRX-based license to use Juniper Secure Connect. By default, each SRX series device includes 2 built-in concurrent user licenses. You must purchase and install a license for additional concurrent users. Juniper Identity Management Service, or JIMS, is a standalone Windows Service application that collects and maintains a large database of user, device, and group information from Active Directory domains or syslog sources, enabling SRX series service gateways, including the vSRX virtual firewall, to rapidly identify thousands of users in a large distributed enterprise. SRX series service gateways can create, manage, and refine firewall rules that are based on user identity rather than IP address, query JIMS, obtain the proper user identity information, and then enforce the appropriate security policy decisions to permit or deny access to protected corporate resources and the Internet. The features of JIMS are: centralized user identity data collection. JIMS provides a scalable service that can take over user identity data collection from Microsoft Active Directories, domain controllers, and Exchange servers, serving as a single centralized data collection source for SRX series devices. Data collection from syslog sources. JIMS connects to syslog sources to collect event data and user information data from an event source such as Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol or DHCP server. Domain PC probing. Domain PC probing acts as a supplement to event log reading. When a user logs in to a domain, the event log contains that information. When there is no IP address to username mapping from the event log, JIMS initiates a domain PC probe to the device to get the username and domain of the currently active user. System-level IP address, event, and group filtering. JIMS enables you to specify IP address ranges to include in or exclude from the reports the JIMS server sends to SRX series devices. You can also specify Active Directory user groups to include in the reports. The SRX device offers a security solution with many next-generation firewall or NGFW capabilities, as shown here. One NGFW capability that many customers expect is application visibility and control. Juniper Networks can provide the application and visibility capabilities, including AppTrack that analyzes application data and classifies it based on risk level, user ID, zones, source, and destination addresses. It then uses it to assess adherence to application usage policies, address bandwidth management, or report on the most active users and applications. App Firewall that creates application control policies to allow or deny traffic based on application names, simplifying application security policies with allow lists and block lists to define what actions to perform on matched traffic. App QoS that meters and marks traffic based on the application security policies set by the administrator, ensuring that mission-critical traffic is delivered even when usage levels surge. SSL Proxy that transparently performs SSL encryption and decryption between the client and the server, but neither the server nor the client can detect its presence. Intrusion Prevention System, or IPS, that tightly integrates Juniper's application security features with the network infrastructure to provide threat mitigation and protection from a wide range of attacks and vulnerabilities. Welcome to the Juniper Connected Security Components, Part 2 module. By the end of this module, you should be able to explain Juniper Threat Management. Unified Threat Management, or UTM, is another term used for describing the consolidation of several security features into one device, protecting against multiple threat types. The advantage of UTM is the streamlined installation and management of these multiple security capabilities. Some of the features included in UTM are Sophos Antivirus. Sophos Antivirus scanning is offered as a less CPU-intensive alternative to the full file-based antivirus feature. Sophos supports the same protocols as full antivirus and functions in much the same manner. However, it has a smaller memory footprint and is compatible with lower-end devices that have less memory. Sophos Antivirus is an in-the-cloud antivirus solution. The virus pattern and malware database are located on external servers maintained by Sophos or Sophos extensible list servers. Thus, there is no need to download and maintain large pattern databases on the Juniper device. The Sophos antivirus scanner also uses a local internal cache to maintain query responses from the external list server to improve lookup performance. Anti-spam filtering. Email spam comprises unwanted email messages, usually sent by commercial, malicious, or fraudulent entities. The anti-spam feature examines transmitted email messages to identify email spam. When the device detects an email message deemed to be spam, it either drops the message or tags the message header or subject field with a pre-programmed string. The anti-spam feature uses a constantly updated spam house block list or SBL. Sophos updates and maintains the IP-based SBL. The anti-spam feature is a separately licensed subscription service. Web filtering. Web filtering lets you manage internet usage by preventing access to inappropriate web content. There are 3 types of web filtering solutions. With the integrated web filtering solution, the decision-making for blocking or permitting web access is done on the device after it identifies the category for a URL, either from user-defined categories or from a category server. WebSense provides the CPA server. The integrated web filtering feature is a separately licensed subscription service. The redirect web filtering solution intercepts HTTP requests and forwards the server URL to an external URL filtering server provided by WebSense to determine whether to block or permit the requested web access. Redirect web filtering does not require a separate license. With Juniper Local Web Filtering, the decision-making for blocking or permitting web access is done on the device after it identifies the category for a URL from user-defined categories stored on the device. With local filtering, there is no additional Juniper license or remote category server required. Content filtering. Content filtering blocks or permits certain types of traffic based on the MIME type, file extension, protocol command, and embedded object type. Content filtering does not require a separate license. As security attacks and solutions increase in complexity, the need for better information and automated mitigation becomes essential. Juniper Advanced Threat Protection, or JATP, solutions fit the need for such cases. SecIntel feeds send known malicious hosts to JATP solutions, directly to SRX series devices, or to Policy Enforcer to enable mitigation of these known threats automatically at any network enforcement point. Juniper ATP brings many of the tools to bear against known and unknown threats using machine learning techniques to find patterns in code that malicious code has in common. Juniper ATP solutions also use sandboxing technology to find malware in files that are not flagged by the machine learning stage. It also correlates threat information from a variety of Juniper network and third-party products to make a timeline and find suspicious behavior happening on the network. A major change to network infrastructure is the addition of Internet of Things, or IoT devices on the network. These devices can be very useful to the business structure, but can be very challenging to the network security team. IoT devices have a very short development time to get to market. Many IoT developers pass on security when deadlines come due. The hardware that runs IoT devices is small, and resources are low for running many network security tools. organizations have struggled with best practices and which team has oversight into the installation and security of these devices. In many instances, the IT and security teams have no knowledge that some IoT devices are even being used in the network. Thus, IoT devices have come under attack, and many large, well-known attacks have come because of the organization's IoT infrastructure. Most of the attacks are command and control, or CNC attacks, where an attacker turns the IoT infrastructure into bots to cause a distributed denial of service or DDoS attack. Juniper ATP solutions with SecIntel work perfectly in such a scenario. The IoT devices cannot run any endpoint enforcement software because most of the attacks come from CNC servers, and SecIntel keeps a list of known CNC servers. This communication can be shut down at the SRX series device, MX series device, or third-party firewalls. The entire IoT infrastructure can now have a new layer of security without worrying about the individual IoT vendors and their commitment to security. Juniper Connected Security is Juniper's open and extensible cybersecurity platform that leverages cloud economics to integrate, centralize, and automate defense from today's sophisticated threat landscape. Juniper Connected Security automatically and dynamically detects and responds to threats as an entire ecosystem, rather than as an individual entity. Because a network is only as secure as its weakest link, every physical and virtual element in a Juniper Connected Security platform becomes an active participant or policy enforcement point in detecting or containing threats across any environment. The building blocks of Juniper Connected Security are detection, enforcement, management, and visibility. Based on an inside-out security model, the Juniper Connected Security platform delivers pervasive security and automated threat remediation without complexity. It is a user intent-based policy model that provides consistent policy enforcement across multiple enforcement domains and robust visibility and management. User intent-based policies are created according to logical business structures such as users or groups, geographical locations, applications, or threat risks. This enables network devices, switches, routers, firewalls, and other security devices to share information, resources, and when threats are detected, dynamically adapt to take remediation actions within the network. Automation is prevalent throughout Juniper Connected Security. The elements in the Juniper Connected Security solution provide benefits such as centralized management and visibility. You gain visibility of north-south traffic and the ability to block and examine certain traffic when using the ATP appliance, east-west traffic, when a threat is detected originating from an internal source. The entire network infrastructure is operationalized and managed as a single enforcement domain. As each device in Juniper Connected Security meets the security requirement, it is configured with the same policy as other devices, thereby reducing administrative overhead and simplifying the operation of the entire network. Comprehensive security. Firewalls are right size for their application in the network, and their capabilities are consistent across different deployment models, ranging from on-premises physical deployment or private clouds in a data center, to public clouds, to software as a service or SaaS applications. The Juniper Connected Security solution extends security on both public and private cloud environments by integrating with native cloud mechanisms to isolate infected hosts within the public cloud, such as Amazon Web Services or AWS, and private cloud such as Contrail and VMware NSX environments. This enables administrators to provide a uniform security policy and threat protection on application resources irrespective of whether they reside on campus, in a local data center, or a public or private cloud. Protection from advanced malware. Elements of the Juniper Connected Security solution, or JATP Cloud integrated with SRX or VSRX and JATP appliance, automatically detect known and unknown threats. The Juniper Connected Security platform gathers and transforms the threat intelligence information into actionable items for the various enforcement points, such as blocking or quarantining those threats at the network layer to prevent further propagation. Multi-vendor integration. Juniper Connected Security adopts an open, multi-vendor ecosystem to detect and enforce security across Juniper products and solutions, as well as on third-party devices through Juniper's ecosystem partners. A portfolio of APIs provides integration with ecosystem partners and vendors in public and private clouds, as well as with SaaS applications. This fosters a collaborative and comprehensive approach to network security. Access and application mobility. Elements of the Juniper Connected Security solution secure and consolidate threats from different sources to protect network access for all users, devices such as laptops, mobile devices, and so on, and connectivity methods such as wireless and wired. The building blocks used to create the Juniper Connected Security architecture are displayed. Visibility into the network is a first step in bridging the communication gap between the network infrastructure and the security infrastructure teams. The entire network infrastructure is managed as a single enforcement domain, providing enforcement points across the network, where policy can now be deployed dynamically and in unison to block threats at points across the network visibility into the security events for forensic purposes, and to understand the threat environment. Security policy and UTM capabilities are consistent across both physical and virtual SRX platforms, enabling the device to be configured the same, resulting in the same security policy, thus simplifying operations of the network. Junos Security Director, combined with Juniper's cloud-based security services, or JATP, provides the foundation for an open policy engine. Security Director works in concert with these services to push policies into the network. By providing real-time feedback between firewalls, Security Director provides the ability to deploy policy across network devices the instant that it is needed. Taking information from JATP cloud-based service, as well as from third-party geo-IP feeds, to block malicious activities as they enter or traverse the network, the SRX series devices can be updated with signature or policy information. Using Policy Enforcer, a policy is deployed dynamically at the access layer, as it adapts the network to protect it against threats. File types that typically carry malware are copied and sent to the cloud. A sandbox environment within JATP using static or dynamic inspection techniques manipulates the files to trick them into revealing their malicious behavior. Paired with Juniper's cloud-based SEC Intel and connector services, it then responds, informing the network to block those files that are perceived as hazardous.